Hello, hello and welcome. We're here with some more DPC SA Dota Div 1 still here for the Winter Tour. But this time we're changing matches. And that's why we have the Hokori coach here with us. It's wonderful. We managed to snag him off Hokori. We're like, hey, dude, you want to jump ship? You're still in time. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to become a panelist now. And so Astini is joining us for today. Thunder Predator versus Lava is our next matchup. A grudge match because, Lava used to be Thunder Predator. Now they're not. Is there bad blood? Most certainly. So, it's going to be a fun match. Let's see if there's some banter. How you doing? How you guys doing? How's my panel doing? Astini, you excited about this match?
Yes, I would lie if I tell that I'm doing super nice because I've seen the feed and I've seen like my team lost 20 times because the replay, right? So I've been sitting here excited to watch Lava against Thunder. So I've been set for a while and been watching and watching. But yeah, very excited because there's some history going on behind here, right? So Lava is the previous Thunder, so a lot to see.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Winter? Do you like grudge matches yourself? Do you like the drama?
Yeah, drama is fun, Adds a lot of spice to the game. Makes everything mean a lot more. Sometimes group stages can be a lot of action because of the history behind the games.
That's true. Yeah. Otherwise, it can be just meaningless Dota games. But nothing is meaningless in SA. There's always a grudge between players, and then 6 months later they make up and they're in a new team. The Timado strategy, of course. We're gonna see what happens here. Right now, I'm gonna ask my SA expert here, Astini. What team do you see as stronger if you had to come into the series blind?
I do see Thunder as stronger. In my opinion, they're the strongest team in the region. Even though, of course, Bisco's in the region, I just see so much potential at those guys. I strongly believe they are the favorites.
Okay, interesting. So you think they're better than Beast Coast?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
opinion.
Bold words here. I'm excited. I mean, they have beat Beast Coast multiple times in DPC, so it's not impossible by them. And personally, I also think Pakaz. I don't know what do you think about this, Astini, but I think Pakaz was an upgrade over HFN. Would you agree with that? Okay, definitely as well.
So last DPC, they've beaten Biscos, or actually Biscos beat them, they go to the tiebreaker, and then they beat Biscos and got the first place at the DPC. And I definitely feel like Pakaz is a great upgrade for the team. He was, in my opinion, like the best carry in South America. It's like kind of disappointing not seeing him on TI, but now he has a team that plays the same level as him, as good as him, and I'm very excited to see this team represent us at international lands.
And in the qualifiers, Pacas was it unknown that he was picked up with just for the qualifiers? That was, I mean, that team was okay at best. Let's say like they were, bottom of the table. He almost carried that team to TI. So honestly, if that doesn't show you how good Pacas is, I am 100% your train. By the way, Pacas is god tier. He's also back to his old name, Pacas. Thank God, because Angel was the biggest debate for English casters. Angel is his dad's name. He wanted to honor him by putting his name in game, and every time that called him Angel, it was like it's not his name. It's not. It has nothing to do with him. So, Pacas it is. I'm glad we can call him that. It's a really weird name. It means nothing in Spanish, in case anyone's wondering. It's just a combination of letters, which is, classic Dota names, right? And a lot of Chinese names are exactly like that, too. Winter, I see a lot of excitement in your eyes. What excites you about this matchup specifically, Winter?
Doug Magoo. Like, apparently a lot of the SMA...
Don't call him Dark Magoo. Do not call him Dark Magoo. I think that's the closest thing English casters have gotten to racism. That is so bad.
I mean, what am I supposed to call him then?
Dark Mago.
Dark Mago. Dark Mago. Are you happy now? Dark Mago.
I am very happy. I am much happier. I don't know. That meme was the dumbest. Dark Magoo, man. Oof, it kills my ears. It kills my ears every time.
Yeah, so Jenny is the invoker spammer. Dark Mago, he's the bad rider spammer.
You're so good. Yes, he is. He is the bad rider spammer. He's also Kunkka spammer and Tiny spammer. No, his hero pool is like 6 heroes. You gotta respect.
Well, 6 heroes is a lot more than 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot more. Yeah, that's true. That's a good math. Lava is picking up the Earth. Oh, so you guys were missing here, but yesterday we casted Lava as well. And Fog, they picked actually a good draft. And Fog was saying that it's possible that they're coming in with pre-made drafts, like not the whole draft pre-made, but a pre-made idea that they play around. Winter, how often did you do that when you were playing competitive? Did you ever come in with like a very clear idea of what to play?
If my team can't really play a lot of heroes, then I don't have a choice. Or if my team is still new, usually I think in newer teams, it's good to do that because the players are not familiar with each other, and
Right.
if you try to draft too many different heroes, then it becomes very confusing. If every game is totally different, so you try to keep it simple.
Okay. What about a team that's veteran like Lava? Why would you might go for a pre-made draft?
Mm, if I'm a team like Lava, in a must-win game or in a game that I in a grudge match, then I would try to pull out some hidden strats, some pocket
Okay.
strats.
Okay. Pocket strats. Nice. What do you think of the
Yeah,
starter then?
when my emotions are involved, then I'll do that.
What do you think of this opener then? Earthsplit Outworld Devourer.
Yeah, pretty solid. I think OD is a very good hero now. You can
Mm-hmm.
go to mid lane, you can go to off lane. I mean, generally the build is the same. You just get the meme hammer.
Are you sold on this hero as well as Steenie?
I don't think the hero is a mid laner. From what I've seen, like I know you draft is as an off laner, mid laner, but the games I've seen him on mid lane, he's been struggling so much. So I'd rather they keep him as off laner. Then it's a good pick.
Okay. What about the Earth Spirit? Are you guys, because we haven't seen him very often, and today we get to see 2 picks of Earth Spirit. Do you guys think the hero's a bit dead?
I think the hero's okay. It depends on the players. I think some players really like the hero. He's definitely useful, very well balanced hero. And you see a lot of like drafts. Sometimes the cores are lacking team fights or whatnot. And Earth Spirit as a position 4 provides, I mean, almost everything you need in the game.
Okay.
Just a little
Ooh.
lacking in the lanes sometimes. Oh,
Uh,
Tinker.
That is hype. Dark Malo also has a Tinker. He plays it in his pubs, but I honestly can't think of any competitive match where he's played it.
How good is he on Tinker?
I can.
He's a spammer.
Because
He's a spammer. In his pubs, he's a spammer.
we played TI8 qualifiers against G
Right.
Pride against his Tinker. That's what I remember. He's super good at the hero.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so
He's
it's like
insane. He's insane.
Yeah.
Hero's been dead for a while, so I guess he can finally pull it out. I'm actually so excited. Dark Malo's hero pool is huge now. Whole 8 heroes, if you consider Tinker into it.
I just think it's not a great Tinker game because to play Tinker you need vision and
Right.
like the closest they have to visions like a Tide Hunter doing the front line. You don't see like a Blood Seeker, a Spectre, a Bounty Hunter, a Spirit Breaker. They need some
Disruptor.
And they're missing the carry, so if I were Lava I would ban like Spectre, Blood Seeker and I'll just be fine.
Yeah, Bloodseeker seems like a very reasonable choice here. It goes well with their draws, pretty decent against the OD Monkey King call.
That's good. All right, I like that. I would like to see a Bloodseeker. We're gonna have to see though. I mean, is the Tinker good against Lava's heroes though? Is that potentially the answer?
Not bad. It's okay against the OD and the monkey. But the monkey, on the other hand, can be also good against the Tinker because you can find him in the trees and you can catch him. But if the fight is already happening and Tinker is far away and the monkey wants to fight in the ring, then he doesn't have BKB, then the Tinker will be very annoying for him.
So, if the monkey is carry Winter, is that likely to happen? Like, is it likely that the monkey is be able to catch a Tinker? Because as a carry, you can't really afford to do that, right? In the middle of a fight, you kind of need your damage.
Yeah, but if it depends on the whole lineup. If Tinker is the primary source of damage, then I think as the carry, you should always wait for him in the fights. Like Tinker is the kind of hero where whenever he's picked, he's going to be the main focus of the game. Everything is going to be centered around him.
Okay. Right. Oh, they banned Sven instead.
And once the OD gets like Blink Vice, it can be really bad for Tinker. Like Tinker is super good against OD in the beginning of the game, but then OD can also catch up to the Tinker if he has enough vision, and he definitely does with their Spirit and the Monkey.
Oh, they banned Night Stalker. Nice Stalker Storm. So there's still
Just
Zeus.
protecting Tinker.
Yeah, there's still Zeus. Right. Yeah, Zeus is
That's
pretty
true.
useful against Tinker. No?
Oh,
Oh, they
they
go
went for
for
the
the Beast.
Beastmaster.
So
That's
OD's
OD
mid.
mid.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beast
Isn't
is also
Tinker a
pretty
good
good.
matchup?
Yeah, Tinker is a good matchup against OD. But I guess their idea is they wanted someone like a Beastmaster to catch the Tinker.
Mm,
But the lane would be pretty annoying for the OD.
I'm with the final Beastmaster pick, by the way. I'm very sold on the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker destroys Beastmaster boards in lane.
Yeah, because they need the vision. Otherwise, if he wants like a good carry matchup, he can go TB. TB is great against the 3 cores on Lava. But the thing is, then again, your Tinker is not that useful. It really depends on if like Dark Mago is playing a kind of sacrificial role on Tinker, which like Tinker is not anymore that position 1, right? Because you don't have March anymore, so you're not soaking up so much farm, and you can have a position 1, but then it's gonna be like 100% on Pakas. Which is also fine because the guy's a god. So
Yeah, you can trust either him or Dark Mago. It's 2 strong pillars. I'm sold more on the idea of what you're saying, like a faster carry that gives vision. Like Bloodseeker's pretty solid because his lane against Beastmaster is fine too. Alternatively, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking of Paka's heroes. What is it? Morphling is okay, I guess. No, because OD's mid, right? I haven't seen Pakas play Spectre in forever, honestly. I like
I
your
mean,
TB
Spectre will
suggestion.
work. Spectre will work better with the Tinker, but the TB will
Yes.
be just like a good core-to-core matchup against their heroes.
Terribly. Okay, there's the guess as Tini said.
I mean, I kind of feel like the Tinker he's gonna have to do a lot of stuff this game, in the early game to allow the TB to farm, because he's gonna have a lot of pressure from the Earth Spirit and the Beastmaster duo, roaming and pressuring him. So I mean, I agree with Astini that the Tinker doesn't have to be a greedy pick like before when you pick Tinker plus a carry. Everyone would think that it's a very super greedy draft, but now if you get past your early stage, you have the dagger. You're mostly just playing for the carry, but he needs to be able to get to that stage. Otherwise, the TB will have a hard time, getting space on the map.
Are you sold on their draft then, Stevie? Or which draft?
I like the TB. Yeah, okay. I like because of the like player hero combination. I love to see Pakas on a win condition that the latest the game goes, the better it is for him, and they have the tools to delay the game with Tidehunter frontlining the towers, Tinker delaying the push. So I can see Thunder Predator having the best game here.
Winter?
No, I kind of like the OD Monkey King Beastmaster call though. I think it's they have a easier, straightforward plan. They just need to not lose the laning phase too badly, and everything will be very, very straightforward for them. They have team fight, they have catch, they have everything they need in the game.
Okay, love it. Divided panel means that no matter what, we're gonna be right. Will that happen with the casters as well? We're gonna have to see as we move it over to Trent and Lyrical.
Yes, thank you so much, Avo. Yes, a complete and utterly right panel, but also no matter what, they're going to be wrong. Trent, how are you feeling about this one? You excited for this game and game number 1?
You figured out their strategy. Damn you. Yeah, very much so. Dark Mago on the Tinker. He's got a couple of heroes. He doesn't have a lot of heroes, but the ones he's got, they're very good, and this is probably his best. I always think of either this or the Tiny, so I'm always going to be excited to see this. And definitely not the pairing that I'm used to. You heard the panel mention it. You always look for these like kind of almost cheesy heroes that go with it. You're looking for some vision that you can capitalize on, but they're almost playing it kind of like an IO strat where like maybe the Bane's going to rotate around a little bit and start things off with a grip, and then he'll TP in. So I'm looking forward to see how functional it is in the mid game.
Yeah, that's going to definitely be something to watch for, is like if they can make those setups with the Bane happen around creeps or around areas where he can, go in with that keen conveyance. We'll see how it ends up happening here as game number 1 online, and we can already see that Lava trying to head out across the map, and Frank is already there cutting down some trees, has a boar in tow. Are they going to contest her as Rune? It looks like it. As the boar moves into position, Leo style there as well. They force him back a bit. And in the meantime, the roll afterwards onto Oscar bottom. Kim able to click that one away. Obviously, Kim tagged up as currently, but you might know him as Moose as well. Everybody's changing their names around a little bit. It's kind of weird.
I know. Yeah, new season. I think they're doing the set season. It's fine. Same thing with Cat U as well. Now, we did ask him actually during the interview the other day because he goes between MJZ, Cat U, or just Woo.
Right.
He said he doesn't care. He's good with any of them. So go nuts. But currently he's Cat U, so I guess we'll call him Cat U.
Yeah, we'll do our best at the very least.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, and hopefully they're going to do their best getting back into the game because 4 players disconnect right at the start. That always hurts. That's a frustrating one. We'll see if they can get back into this one quickly or not. But yeah, I think that there's some interesting things going on in this game with, you know, the pickoff potential that you're talking about, maybe with the Bane and the Tinker. But of course, to me, the bigger one is like all the vision you're going to be getting from the Beastmaster, then rolling in, maybe a Boundless Strike from the side. This Lava Draft looks very aggro, potentially. Some cool stuff.
Yeah, they definitely fooled me a little bit in the drafts for Kataru Hayama on the Monkey. You know, Mr. Minos here. I was just thinking, like, I have never seen him play Monkey, and I looked it up. The last time that he played a pro match on Monkey was supposedly 2019.
Whoa.
So it's been a hot minute since since we've seen this one come out.
To be fair, was that the last time that Monkey was like really, really good? I'm trying to remember. I feel like Monkey's
no,
been
he's
pretty
been
good for a
good.
while. But like, he's always been good in that, like, okay, we can flex him between support and core. You know what I'm saying there?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So maybe there's something with that where like they're always flexing it or something. But regardless, sure that he's going to be more than capable to make some action happen here on this Monkey King. So we'll see how it goes. The sort of black sheep of the family is going to be Matthew playing on this Wind Ranger a bit. Curious how this is going to work out. Obviously, here a player that's known for owning.
Oh, Frank!
What have you done? Oh,
it might not be his fault. There is a bug.
Oh, all right. I might not speak
that
a
might
ton of
not be on
Spanish,
him.
but I speak enough.
Yeah,
Frank
I know what that
Paso-
means.
Thank you so much, Avo. Avo just popped in and said Frank got a bug and he had to abandon it. So we're waiting right now from word from the admins to hop on in. Avo, what a god, coming in for the translation at the end
I
there.
think he'd be good for something eventually.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know? Finally.
Well, 4 heroes disconnect, 1 abandons. This seems like a
One-
classic
one
USC
never
spub. Oh no.
No, I'm checking. He's still offline. He's still offline. No, guys. I know him. He's coming back.
I promise.
Never works.
I mean, look, all you need is the Hawks, right? Just shoot those Hawks around, keep them level 1. All the rest of your heroes will get more gold. What's the worst that could happen?
I think we should really admire something in this game, judging by our Dota Plus levels up at the top, everyone.
Ooh.
And that is like, you have an Earth Spirit. That's a spam hero. Moose,
True.
25 Earth Spirit, whatever. There's so many. Bane 25. That's what we call
Ooh.
dedication to winning some games right there.
Dude.
Panda Boo, he's going for the wins.
I don't know.
Remake, AP, same items, same picks.
Perfect. Good. So we are going to leave the match and hop into the other one. And as far as the broadcast goes, I think we're probably going to cut to a quick break, I would imagine. Can I get confirmation of that?
Or our faces. I'm down for whatever. Go nuts.
That's fair. Yeah, we could just chat for a little bit. That's cool too. Let me make sure that I get to my thing. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Here, I'll give you guys the lights back. You can blind me for a little bit longer.
Nice. Do you turn them off in between games?
Yeah.
What a tryhard.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's just the face one, like oh, I'm all dark and sad, and then it's like,
That's true.
"Ah!"
That's good.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? I have these giant lights, and this one over here is off. And so I have like some natural light right there, but then I have this like giant blinding one that's over on this side.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock for you.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
Look at you, midday warrior. Oh,
And you're just
lobby's
like
up.
underground. Oh, is it? Perfect. We're gonna get back into it. Password is Kappa123. I don't think anybody fell for it, Trent. You're
Oh,
gonna
no,
pull me into the
I think you
lobby,
got
though.
him. That was good.
Hands off the
Are you
keyboard.
gonna pull me, or who's pulling who here?
I don't see the lobby, so hopefully you'll
All
join
right,
it.
I got you.
Perfect. What a win. So yeah, I think this is the first time that this has happened to me, actually, where a player has abandoned the match and then they immediately do the redo of it. Do you think that like ends up mattering at all? I think with the same items and same heroes, it shouldn't end up mattering, right?
No, thankfully nothing happened. I'm assuming we'll do same bounties or whatever.
Did they trade off the bounties and just run to lane?
I actually don't remember.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I think it was a trade, right?
I think it was 2 for 2. No.
Yeah.
Wait, they rolled in. Earth Spirit got 1 extra 1. So I think that it was 3 for 1 into the favor of Lava. But Lava were the team that disconnected. So maybe they should just redo the bounty situation. That seems fair to me, right?
I think you just let it go. It was a bug. It's fine.
Well,
Come on.
whatever.
Surely.
We'll find out. Remake, same lobby, and yeah, they're taking care of business right now. Talking to all the teams, making sure that it's all working. I think that you should get no bounty runes if you have a bug. That's my thought.
English ready. I got it.
Do you agree with me?
Do I think that you should get all the bounty runes? Are you saying?
Yeah.
No,
I think Thunder
that's
Predator
silly.
should, right? Lava.
It was
Lava
just a
messed
bug.
Up. Yeah, that's
It wasn't
their
on
bug.
purpose.
Listen, Thunder Predator didn't have any bugs. That's all I'm saying, Trent. Maybe if you didn't have some bugs, you get some bounty runes.
You got something riding on this, huh?
I don't have anything writing on this.
You got some side action going on?
Listen, I just want to entertain the people. And I think it would be very entertaining if we saw that. But we're going to head to a quick break. They've pulled the plug on us. We'll be back in a few when this game
Damn,
gets started.
the hook.
And with that, we're going to be back and we're getting ready to hop into this game. We have remade it in captain's mode so that way everything works on that watch tab in game, and we are ready to hop in. Trent, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling really good. Disappointed by the Pudge and the Techies bans that have now been put in there. We won't be seeing those heroes now all of a sudden. Some fun being had by the players in between this. Lots of jokes about not buying the same items because they wanted to change something, but just jokes. We're all good. Detectives get on it, make sure they don't do anything wrong. But we're just in the final stages of loading in here.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then we'll be able to hop right into this game. But wanted to let you all know, everybody looks like they are on the same heroes. Everybody looks like they are back in the game. For a second there, because the order was mixed up on like the picking screen, I thought that they picked a different hero, but it was
Can you
not.
imagine? Well, you said same items. You didn't say the same hero. Yes. I'm support tinker now. Yeah.
Literally did say same heroes, but yeah, that's fine. So yeah, Frank hopefully will not have any issues, and the lava team will not disconnect immediately at the start, because that would be very disappointing, and then we'd have to do all of this again.
Now, I don't want to name the wrong player, but was it Fada who skilled the wrong thing and then they remade?
Oh God, when was that?
It was,
a
I believe he was
long
playing
time ago.
Shadow Fiend and he accidentally took Presence of the Dark Lord level 1 and then claimed a bug and then they remade the game.
That's a hell of a bug.
It's a hell of a bug.
Yeah. Oh man.
That was a quality. Sorry if it wasn't you, Fada. I'm like 95% sure.
Right.
But that 5% apologizes. We're wrong. But we have a game now. So take us in to see a smoked up lava. I guess just doing the same thing again.
Yeah, there wasn't that much that changed, and I think that the only thing that we might see is like a little bit of a change in the smoke out movements and where they run to. Thunder Predator could decide to go all together.
Yes.
Whoa, and look at Paka's items to start. Look at that. Band of Elven Skid, 3 branches. This guy's not messing around.
Whenever I see a remake like this, I often see a 5 hero just like run at you smoked situation.
Yeah. It's fair. I think that smoke broke with the Earth Spirit. Yeah, Kim spots it. And yeah, they're fine. Everything's okay.
They're saying
here.
things.
Oh man. So Leo Style going to be playing in the mid lane against Dark Mago. You said that this guy, like, absolute top tier tinker of the world in terms of like his sort of strength on this hero. Did you kind of agree with the panel when they're talking about like him being the one that like has to make space for the Terrorblade this game? Do you think he's going to be able to do that and fulfill that role?
It's a little awkward. I think it has to come down to a communication and good understanding between the two players, because I think you want to be very specific about where you're farming on each hero, because they both tend to be heroes that can vacuum up the entire map. But I think if you're diligent about, like, oh, okay, it's easier for you to farm down bottom. It's like a safer place for Tinker to go and grab that. I'd really appreciate it if you focused on that, and don't snag that top wave next. Like, I think they need to be just like considering each other. But overall, yes, more farm will be funneling into the Terrorblade than the Tinker over time. Oh, no.
Not again. Not like this. Did just see, by the way, Earth Spirit drop down a Sentry Ward to block the small camp. And that was also scouted by the Tinker. So should be seeing a Sentry Ward delivered at some point here very soon.
It's already coming
is.
mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wynn's sending it down. That's what you do as a support player, guys. You can just throw it on your courier and run it mid.
Ooh, and also blocking the Ancients. Not bad, not bad. Kim over in this area. And going to... Oh, that's really nice. Yo, they sent the Hawk over by Frank, and he gets the D ward on that heart, on the cliff as well.
Pretty sneaky. So, yeah, they'll still, like, lose the block. He'll probably... Actually, he's not going to get it on the first minute. He doesn't have time. So, that just means there won't be a stack at the 2-minute mark either. Like, presumably, Dark Maul will get over there before 2 minutes drops, but already great stuff here for Leo Style in the mid. And, yeah, we got to see an OD mid... When was that? Was that yesterday?
I think so. There was one.
It did not go well.
Right.
Namely because you just, you can't really abuse neutrals on this hero, and every mid hero right now can abuse neutrals to some degrees, particularly the small camp. And OD just doesn't have AoE anymore. It's kind of a sad situation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And I think that it when that context was much more about like spamming out the wave against them, which we're actually seeing happen here as well. And I think that it was against, I don't remember if it was Alina or what, but right now this could be a bit of an issue, but that's why you block off the camp and shut down the ability of, the Tinker to pull ahead of the OD in that regard. Meanwhile, up top, roll in and a kickback on Pakas. Again, no regen on this guy, and the slow, steady beatdown. Do they have another boar summon? It doesn't look like it. So TB able to get out of that one.
Now, keep in mind, Leosal should have his Ring of Health by now, but Panda, with the snipe on his courier, has ruined his lane even further. And of course, always going for the Meteor Hammer first. They're not going to be grabbing a bottle. They want this Ring of Health to help them sustain in the lane. This being delayed even further just makes the impact of all this constant spam of laser and missile even more important here from Dark Mago. I promise I'll look at a lane some other time. We'll get there eventually, but I really find this one quite interesting.
That's fair. It's an important one, right? Like making sure you're getting off to a hot start. Things could go really poorly south for you for that OD. We'll take a look at bottom, though, as you're talking about. Other lanes are also important, Trent, please.
Turns out, yep.
But trading some hits here with Cat U and has the win run afterwards. Actually decided to take a point and shackle.
I mean, like there was a wave coming down. Like what if he done a stroke there, you know?
Yeah. No, it's fair. It could be a little bit dangerous. Meanwhile, you can see putting some pressure on, and they pulled the creep camp, but this allows a pull onto the hard camp for the Radiant as missiles being eaten, and Tidehunter going to have a quick pause as there was some DC. Please don't abandon. Please, please. Yeah, there's going to be a reset. Oh, no.
People dropping on both teams.
Yeah, it's a little spooky.
Just a couple connection issues here. Yeah, we haven't discussed bottom, as you said, though. Position 4 Wind Ranger, always a bit of a hot topic. Very good versus the Monkey King. Very good versus the OD. Pretty good versus Beastmaster. It's a good game to be a 4 Wind Ranger. I think that Wind Run's going to give you a lot of mileage. And you're an excellent scouting and setup stun, much like the Bane. You know, you just kind of Wind Run around. You're very sneaky. You throw out a shackle, comes in. Lots of burst damage there as well. Can also scale quite well into the game. Has a variety of builds you can go for too on this hero. So she gives you a lot of options. I think her comparable hero is probably Mirana still, which is kind of funny because back in the day they were considered like the same hero essentially. But like Tide Mirana's another good lane. But Mirana has a more like sort of set build, I would argue. Whereas you can get like quite a bit more damage, it feels like, out of a Wind Ranger these days if you need to.
Toro turning now, has the Boundless Strike afterwards, and Stroke of Fate just barely off the mark. But Matthew's still getting chased down, and with the Tree Dance, the chase forward should be enough for first blood. And that's the danger. While Wind Ranger is good, you've still got so much damage out from Grimstroke with that Ink Swell, and obviously Boundless Strike having True Strike forever is super annoying.
And also just not a fun lane, of course, for a Tidehunter. You know, this is one the heroes really don't want to see in your lane of the Monkey King. So once Wind's gone and you lose that ability to poke at the King a little bit, be a little frustrating there. Stack up on the small camp as well will be spotted by Matthew. Could potentially go and contest that. Even at level 4, Tide could just anchor smash that a couple times and take it. It might be worth it. Especially while Cat U's busy warding up pretty deep in their territory.
Yeah, heading out across the map. Now, they did unblock the small camp, but there's still a block going on here for both of the other camps in the triangle. So Ancients haven't spawned at all yet, and the hard camp is not going to be any stacks allowed there either. So a ton of emphasis being put by Lava to try and cut into the economy, particularly of that Tinker.
Oh, he wants a punish. He's like, you killed my courier?
Not quite going to make it in time. The Inkswell ends up popping outside of range, but quick Boundless Strike gets the farm going and forces past Osterskmore.
Yeah, Matthew having a hard time, having died in the lane and also not getting some of the benefits of Wind Ranger, where, as you mentioned, they blocked off the Ancient camp. One thing that I like to see from the 4 Wind Rangers is some power shots to stack Ancients, because they have a Tinker, right? Like, he wants that farm.
Yeah.
With the laser. Instead, Matthew just being bullied again.
Inkswell jumps forward, finds him. Matthew in trouble now. Gonna get hit. Boundless Strike afterwards. Doesn't even need it. Kataro looking very strong in this lane and even forcing back Oscar some more. The slow is there, and with only the 1 point in Kraken Shell, he's still getting walked at. Roll up top. Akas gets hit by the kick. The chase down from Frank, level 5 on this TB, and so much armor makes that a hard kill.
We see this matchup constantly too with Bane versus Beastmaster just because they're both very popular right now. And Bane obviously having a bit of an edge when it comes to the fact that you're going to have that Nightmare. Or sorry, Beastmaster having a bit of an edge because he can just take off the Nightmare using the Boar. But at the later levels with Brain Sap, you can also help take down the Boars too. So it goes slightly each way. But overall, should be a very good time for Beastmaster just sort of farming up. And it does give some space to moves to rotate mid now with the haste rune.
Roll in. Oh, not quite on the mark there with the roll. And in fact, now the shackle comes out. Thunder Predator. There's no chance for a punish, but they definitely stopped the go onto Mago, which is just a fun phrase.
That was good.
Well, in the meantime, Oscar is going to make a very interesting decision. Decides to triple wave up and then TP home. So this is going to turn into a huge wave underneath the tower.
That is what you do in an unplayable lane. Unfortunately, Kataro also just going to keep holding and pulling.
All right.
Now, the Radiant should still push further. I believe they are outnumbering. But the damage spread, he can actually get quite a few denies here too. Plus a potential pull if they don't come and contest this.
Frank gets wrapped on the Wind Ranger, able to come in and make a play happen. And Oscar gets jumped. Kim takes the bounty rune and just walks away afterwards.
And that dire glyph as well, it held that wave.
Yeah, that
Whereas
really
it was going to push.
Oh, no. And he's getting so many of these creeps denied.
Oh, all of them. I mean, it's just he completely missed out on pretty much everything.
That hurts. I mean, he's still like fairly even with Frank, but I was wondering if Oscar just wanted to like stay down there and keep anchor smashing the wave, but decides that's not the decision to go for, and ends up missing out on a lot of opportunities.
Roll in.
Roll.
Oh, nice.
Looking for the chase down. Oscar would have loved a level 6, but it ain't gonna happen. And now instead is gonna get ran under tower and killed off. Oscar dies, but likewise, mid they're able to set up for a kill on the OD. No help for him.
Yeah, just the long range damage from the Tinker. He got 3 rockets off there. Help aid in that kill. Now he's coming bottom, not respecting them at all.
Needs to be very careful. Boundless strike back up in 3. He's already got the Jingu prepped. Looking for the chase. With that, ooh, they get 1 kill. And Kataro just has to back out. So Go gets away with 1.
It cost a lot of numbers. Everyone came bottom, but at the very least, Dark Mago survives and grabs himself a kill. So they'll take that on Thunder Predator. Bit risky. All right, now, do you think this game, that when they try and make one of those plays, we're going to have Earth Spirit roll and destroy Monkey's Tree?
Ooh, that's always a fun one.
I feel like it happens every time. It's like on the bingo card. It's the free space in the middle when you got these two on the same team. So we'll see if they can avoid it.
I want to see what type of Monkey King Kataro's going to play. They find him. Leo style, queuing it up. Oh, is he going to farm while also getting the kill? That is pretty nifty. Yeah, taking out the stack at the same time. Nice stuff from Leo style.
I believe we call that the worst case scenario.
Yeah. Or the best case scenario, depending on whose point of view you're looking at.
Clearly, I'm a massive Thunder Predator fan all of a sudden.
You're a biased caster.
That must be what it is. It's the
Just
only
admit it.
explanation. Yeah.
In the meantime, Lava going to start to pressure this top tower, and with Meteor Hammer and Helm of the Dominator, this is an easy cleanup, and there's not really that counterplay coming from Thunder Predator. They're holding off for the moment, and Akas, they dewarded and able to get a stack now on these Ancients. So Triangle is open.
The other issue is there's no real game counter to the Beastmaster either. Something that has been picked pretty early in most of our games lately. So you often wind up with, like, we've seen Chen, we've seen Enchantress, we've seen even Crystal Maiden banned sometimes. But Like, what really ruins Frank's game? The only thing there is that you have Kraken Shell on Tide, so, like, you can't be roared necessarily. But other than that, it's a pretty good game for a Beastmaster.
I mean, the other thing is, like, how do you deal with this OD right now, too? Like, you know, Beastmaster's free to do what he wants, but it also feels like they don't have an answer for this hero. And now just cues up the Meteor Hammer. Oh, Bane shows up, though, and that stops him for a moment. Grip is available, though, and they walk in, and that's an answer for him.
Oh, the kick!
Although Leo
You got him
Style
with the
able
roll.
to walk away afterwards as Cam drops down that Magnetize. It's onto several of them, and they will bring down that Earth Spirit, but not able to get anything else in return.
Yeah, raindrop not quite enough to save him there, but that roll, that was like max range coming in, saving Leo Style. Very good play there. Now there's a call from Moose saying they're going to rotate up top. Get out of there, Frank. But the Blink Dagger was purchased by Dark Mago. Oh, look at that. The Fairy's Trinket as well. What a happy Tinker player we have now.
That is, that's about the best item that you could hope for. Well,
Well, we have the, at least there's one on Lava as well, so.
yeah, but is that even as good?
It doesn't quite make it fair, does it? It's pretty
No.
good for OD.
Okay, fair enough. He doesn't have one right now. I think
It's
there's
coming.
several. Okay. All right, Trent. Take down the tower. The pressure from Lava and this early momentum that they've got, it's scary. And the hero that you'd kind of want to be in front stopping all this pressure is Oscar, and I'm just not sure if he's going to be tanky enough at the moment. Oh my god, did he just steal that creep from him? Oh, the saddest Oscar.
That was actually so depressing.
He's like, he was standing around waiting. He was like, well, maybe it's gonna live, you know, and it just dies. Oh. All right. They're
Well, I
pissed.
will say his aggressive potential
Yeah.
is quite strong for Oscar this game, right? He gets the Blink Dagger, and they have so many good follow-ups to Ravage.
Uh-oh.
But it's the aggression from Lava right now.
Yeah, and they blow up Panda Moo very quickly. So Bane down, and this smoke doesn't really feel like it's going to work out as well now, as everybody is backing out and heading instead up top, where at 12 minutes, they're meteor hammering the tower. I mean,
Yeah.
Glyph is available, but do you really want to have to use it at this point?
This is the hardest part of the game for Thunder Predator, without question. You have a Terrorblade and a Tinker.
Oh my
They're
God.
just not ready right now.
Roar? Walk away, creeps, doing the work, trying to kill him off, almost dead. That boar, the save, Panda Moo! Panda Moo! Oh, yeah, you gotta tip that man.
I mean, that's cute and all, but you're still losing your tier 2 top.
You're right, okay, that's fair. It's like, it goes from not absolutely horrific to, like, pretty bad. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, another round, Panda Moo pays for the sins of saving a Tinker.
Oh, go hammer that tower. Don't go away. What are they going to do?
Well, they
What are you
took
going to do?
bottom.
Stab me, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
There he is.
Dropping down. Tower dead. And then the retreat away. Dude, Leo Style still has
59,
tangos.
14. Oh, yeah. Look at that. They got the outpost right before. Is it on the minute? It's still calculated? Or am I just...
Yes, it is.
It is
You're
still,
good.
right? Nice.
Unless we're both really wrong.
Well, it's worth it for the fake hype anyway, so we'll
True.
just say. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that if anything is wrong when we're talking, we can just say, you know, we did it for the hype.
I did it for the hype.
All right, 6-5, less than 1,000 gold, still separating these two teams. And Tinker trying to go straight into the Agnum Scepter. Like, losing that tier 2 hurts a lot.
Ooh.
but-
Look at Oscar right now on Tide. He wants to
Oh.
let this rip so bad.
Ravage right away. Shackle afterwards.
the
Good
angle!
land. And able to interrupt on the roll too. Kim kicks away the OD only to fall himself. As the chase is there and a big ol' win.
Just a surround.
They
Don't let
needed
him roll away.
it. Interesting. I mean,
Uh,
Tinker Terrorblade going late game. That's scary.
Yeah, that was an excellent use of an invis room by a Tide too, right? Not something you really suspect. They're just like coming in, getting the big kill on the OD, who It's pure offensive potential right now. You think about like the saving OD and stuff. Sure, that exists, but there's no aggressive moves from Thunder Predator, so he's just looking to run around the map and hunt. And so to actually get a kill back on him, gonna slow down that threat level that's always present there with Thunder Predator. And well, even after that kill, Oscar even gets to catch a couple waves down bottom. He must be very happy with how difficult his farm has been this game. Very close to a Blink Dagger now on Tidehunter.
It is an interesting choice though, because again, we talked about like sort of what maybe they're seeing the game differently, but like it feels to me like they're trying to hold out, and the idea of like going for a blink does end up meaning that like, okay, you're looking for that one fight as opposed to trying to like, you know, stand in front of towers and make them not be able to hit you, I guess. Maybe they just think that there's no amount of, you know, items that are going to make them tanky enough to deal with that OD damage.
I think you want to threaten them when they take your structures.
Okay.
You just want to pose it so like they have to position in a certain way. It's going to slow down every take that they have, be it Roche or towers, and it gives you options as Thunder Predator. I mean, you're right. Like ideally, you just want to just have an Agnums right now and be like, all right, we can just spam out every single wave. They can't ever come high ground. Haha, you can't push buildings without Meteor Hammer. Blah blah blah. But
right.
I think you just need something so that they can actually take these fights. And again, the follow-up. See, this is really good. The Blink Ravage, if they dive on the TV, that could be such
25
bad news
seconds
for
away,
Lava.
that would be big.
Yes. Right now, it would not happen, and that would not be good for Thunder Predator.
I will say, I've
Sorry,
seen that
I did
happen
it for
a
the
couple
hype.
times. Yeah, exactly. That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. We're
Man, this works
learning.
really well.
Yeah, Matthew likes it.
Yeah, he's
all right. I mean, speaking of that, though, they are just a couple seconds away. Do you think they might go for something here?
I don't think you press anything as Thunder Predator yet.
Right.
I think you just react. If anything, I would be concerned about Roche because it's a Beastmaster lineup. They probably should have had Roche in the past like 2 minutes. I think that's what they should have been doing. I'm not sure why they're running around so much.
It's a fair point. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. And now at 17 minutes in, it's a 2,000 gold lead for Thunder Predator because Lava are also not farming particularly effectively. So yeah, we'll see. And this starts to get a little bit scary as time goes on. And you've got, Sanj and Yasha already done with the Terrorblade and a Dragonlance, queuing up the BKB next. Pagas is crazy farmed.
Yeah, I think they should have Roche and like mid and top tier 2 complete before the Agnums is done on Tinker.
Okay.
But I don't think they're going to hit that timing. I
Scary.
think they'll be lucky to have Roche done before he has Ags.
Yeah, and if you allow like 2 salvos of rocket laser to go off with Ags, like this is gonna start to look really bad in this game for Lava, and that's what I guess like you were talking about before, the Blink Dagger threatens from Oscar. But in the meantime, Thunder Predator gonna start heading up towards the top side of the map, trying to get rid of the vision that's in this area, and Oscar takes back over the outpost, saying, come and try and test me here. So they recontrol their jungle, hold on to that outpost, and now Experience is going to be keeping up in the same way that their net worth is. But 18 and ready to go. Some good vision placed down right now by Pandamu on the top side of this map here.
Just holding it, waiting for a smoke maybe.
Yeah, I think like it's interesting. It's not often that we see games where it feels like teams are just completely comfortable with nothing happening, you know?
Yeah. And I think Lava probably isn't, or at least they shouldn't be. I mean, you know, they have bots minus on no D. Perhaps I'm writing them off a little bit early.
Yeah.
That tower's definitely dead bottom. Did get a deny there, but Dark Mago wants the TP out instead. Doesn't want to risk it. But the biscuit.
I guess the other thing to consider as a smoke up is going to come from 3 members of Thunder Predator. They walk in, find one, Cat U. Oh my goodness. Matthew is able to run in and steal the kill, but because just right-clicking does so much to him. I guess the other thing that I'm wondering is, like, I guess with Monkey King and having Beastmaster and stuff, there's an opportunity that late game you can find the Tinker, and if you do that, the game's probably going to be good.
Yeah, he's a slippery fellow, though. Sometimes even when you have the heroes, unless it's like Storm, it can still be so hard to catch.
Yeah. Leo style, Meteor Hammers tier 2 down bottom here. But defense being mounted possibly. As
This is them trying to punish the lack of like great initiation, but maybe they don't know about the oh, never mind.
Jackal killing off the creeps. Doing some pretty decent damage. But while this is all happening, I mean, you've got a TB Illusion that was farming out top. They've got the potential to head back and spam it out, but
What is this?
I don't know. Matthew trying to live. Jumps in. Ravage, though, connects great BKB from Kataro, just revealed. But is it going to end up mattering? They don't get, like, the big blow-up from Ravage outside of Earth Spirit, but I don't know.
I guess they forced Monkey's BKB. Maybe they want to fight. That was so greedy, though. Like,
yeah.
Because I mean, the point was a bait for sure, right? Like, I think that's what they were going for.
Dude, are they going to Roche? Do they get this?
Yeah, I mean, TB's there. There's no BKB on Monkey. Monkey doesn't want to fight them. They have a DD still remaining. He's going to meta as well. This thing is going down real fast. Now, they have the vision from the Hawk. Question is, are they going to do something about this? Yeah, they're smoking. Remember, they have Soulbind, so they just need the vision. Then Caillou's going to chuck that in. We got some big damage coming in.
Got to be careful. OD ulti is ready. Boundless Strike to start. They got the
There's
silences,
the silence.
but the BKB comes out afterwards. Roar onto the TP. They jump in for a second, but Kataro, he can't stand toe-to-toe against this TB. Backs away. Fiend's Grip on the meantime. They catch one. Odie trying to get himself out of there. Self-Astro to keep him alive. Darkman on one side. Pakas on the other. Good blink out. And Leo style. Oh, but they caught him with the Nightmare. Round 2, though. Trying to get the friends in. Save your buddy syndrome has never gone so poorly. Lava, it was looking good, but you just lost 4, and Kim will manage to roll out of there, but devastation. Oh, Lava. That was not the fight they wanted.
They stalled out so hard this game. They just, I felt like they were kind of just chasing ghosts around the map. And then Thunder Predator, they saw their timings. This Agnum's just absolutely gross. The cute little bait in the mid from Matthew there works out. Now, well, Moose, he's a bit late if he wants to try and go for a play into the pit. Oh, Moose, what are you doing?
Oh, no.
Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's a rough one. That'll happen. Well, Trent, this game has turned from looking good for Lava to looking quite bad. And with BKB Terrorblade, now Aegis on top of that, trying to get to a Hurricane Pike. These next several minutes are going to be like absolutely key if Lava want to keep hope of this game.
All right, well, BKB for Earth Spirit will be really nice. It's a very good BKB game, obviously. Like, even if he gets gripped, which I think he probably shouldn't, because he'll be keeping an eye on Pandaboo for the most part. But even if he gets gripped, you know, it's not the worst thing. That's kind of your job. So it does a lot for an Earth Spirit when you can get that item, so we'll see if that happens. Currently, they might get a free pick here on the Tide.
This would be good for him.
Oh, Pakas, he's trying to threaten. He wants to make it look like everyone's here.
Silence afterwards, and then they back out. I mean, everybody might be here, Trent.
They're here now.
They're all here. Jump in, tries to get it. Ravage.
Oh, that Ravage.
Jump away from Kataro, but everybody else is fallen. 3 dead. Dude.
Yup.
Thunder Predator.
They flipped the switch. This is our game now.
I mean, that was just showing why they're undefeated so far in this league. Under Predator.
It's like Kataro was really struggling to have an impact this game on this Monkey King. Had a good laning stage. Got pretty good itemization early. Most farmed hero on the team, but doesn't really have a lot of staying power in these engagements at all.
No. Oh, it has not worked out the way they were hoping. It's like there's nothing to keep these heroes in the arena, you know? Wukong's command
unless you get like a soul bind or something, but yeah, it's not easy.
Right. Wukong's command has not really felt that impactful. And I guess that's the problem too, is that like if Terrorblade is there, you probably just die before.
Yeah, he just fights you.
Yeah. So game is hard. Game is very hard. And they've got a halberd now on top of it. Smoke up comes. But underneath vision, there was a ward right there that spotted all of them. Thunder Predator. Oh, excuse me. No, that was Thunder Predator's ward. Okay, no. So they have no idea on Lava.
Aha.
Just creating some more hype.
Benefits? There's still nothing for Tinker defensively quite yet. So, you know, if they see Dark Mago, he could just die, right? Single boundless strike into Roar, and he just goes down. Maybe that's what they'll be able to do here. Maybe get a... You know, I've certainly had my Tinker feed 4 deaths in a row, and it feels like the game just gets completely swung back the other way. So, could happen to them as well. Grabs a courier on the way out. Aka's going to lose that. It was empty, so not a huge deal.
Oh, Frank just blinked into trouble. They got the grip afterwards. Matthew does go down. Can they get anybody else afterwards? Bane also dead. Okay, decent push and pull on this one. Kataro playing around some vision, but it's a rollout from Kim. They're waiting on this magnetize to wear off. And Kim trying to get back home, kicks away Oscar. Well done.
Survive Leo style and Cat U still in pretty aggressive positions here with Kataro nearby. So they found the right hero they could make a play, but I'm not seeing that hero right now. Cat U, I think it might be time to TP out of here. Oh, is he actually going to be able to walk home?
Yeah, he's out.
Look at the TP back.
I think that, you know, if there's no Aegis on Terrorblade, they can probably kill right there. But obviously, Bacchus very hard to deal with.
Don't boundless strike this wave. Oh no. All right. I thought Oscar was going to come.
Yeah.
I thought he was just going to head in there and let it rip for a second. But I mean, there's BKB, so
right.
it'd be worth it, I suppose.
DD spawns up top. Matthew scouting it out. Just going to sneak that one away. Make sure that Lava don't manage to pick that one up. BKB's coming out for the OD. This Beastmaster trying to get into the Solar Crest now. But yeah, the game looking a little bit rough. We need Kataro to have some impact in this one.
I wonder why Solar over Helm?
Helm of the Overlord? Yeah.
I mean, Solar is probably a bigger boost overall, but it's obviously the recipe's only 1325.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm unsure.
TV does kind of shred a little bit, but I mean, if he's hitting your Ancient, that's not that bad.
It's true.
I guess it's gonna get blinded though by the laser refraction. So if you're relying on the damage and not just the aura, it's not that helpful. The fights also aren't very static, as we kind of pointed out in terms of the Wukongs and stuff, and so the creep isn't going to be there for a lot, but you could use it for the split pushing the dragon.
Dude, look at Dark Mago. Do you see his item build?
I did see a Lotus queued up.
Yeah, he's got it. So he's defense matrixing, Lotusing, and then just TPing out. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that is their possessed mask in the Dire Fountain, eh? I wonder if that was a accidental drop.
There's a chance. It's been known to happen.
That's a lava possessed mask right there.
Well, 8-17, and Thunder Predator ready to walk high ground here. Bacchus steps up front and center, says, "Come and deal with me." They've got defense matrix. They pop metamorphosis. I am not so sure, Trent. Meanwhile, Leo Style is meteor hammering top, so tier 3 tower getting trade, but Bacchus hits his a little bit quicker, as they're just going to get a Rax for free. There's no attempt to come and contest this. Lava farming. Are they going to go for the next one? It kind of looks like it. Hidden away at this tier 3 now, trying to kill off these illusions. Bacchus still chilling.
Woohoo! They went home.
OD is going to finally come back now, but that is a second tier 3 tower taken.
Oh wait, Grimags.
Roll in wants to do it. The Grimax comes out in time. Now the turn. How much damage do they have? Not a lot. Okay.
Dark Portrait, go.
Dark Portrait chase.
The greatest possible counter. Sure, we have not talked about that at all, but that is the Grimstrom Classic, of course, versus the Terrorblade. Probably the best hero in the game to get this illusion of. Again, they're struggling a little bit to keep them in place, but if they do, it'll smack you.
In particular, when meta's going. I mean, I respect the idea of waiting for that big item, but I just worry that Thunder's Predator has been able to do too much damage already.
All right, well, that's at least a Radiant Titan Sliver. That's good news.
We also did
I guess
have...
Pakas still has Grove Bow, so he's kind of happy anyway.
We did also have Kataro cast ulti, I think, for the first time in that last fight. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, hype. Hey, no, he used it at the Roche pit, just no one fought him then.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, no,
My bad.
they just weren't there. It was just him and Roche.
Okay. Fair enough. Wow, what
Okay,
a couple of voice lines.
I need to know who the Gorilla's Pride laughing is, because it just sounds exactly like Tracy Morgan from 30 Rock. I'm convinced
really?
it's just his voice line. I'm just saying.
Maybe
Sorry,
they got
Gorilla's
him.
Pride. But
Oscar?
whoever it is does a great impression.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Not the
Matthew.
Gale Force.
It's so annoying to have to deal with.
That's how you know
Matthew.
you're losing a game, man. When you
Yeah.
can't get away from the Gale Force and you're just dying to it and escape.
Oh, poor supports.
What a great hero this is now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You gotta like it. Well, they're going up high ground again, and unfortunately, they're missing out on the most key component for their defense. There is no Grimstroke
Team.
available.
Is it their team?
That also is something that you need. And let's see, Kataro's gonna come back soon now. But Rax are already dead. And now on to the tier 3's top. Matthew happy with what he's seeing. Lotus Orbs, Defense Matrix. So much thrown onto Pakas. Roll in afterwards. Wants to get him. Oscar hits with a big old Ravage onto 4. Oh, it hurts. Kataro, he does manage to get the ulti off, though. Trying to back away for the moment. Where's the Sunder? They get it onto Vandabu. Keeping him alive, but the big ulti comes out afterwards. OD manages to take down the Tide and the Bane, but it doesn't feel like it's enough. Still
Speaking of
decent.
ultis, we haven't seen too much of, though, huh? The Sanities? I feel like that has not been able to pop off very much this game.
That was a good one there, though.
It was. It most certainly was. It was a win in the end for Lava. We'll make sure that, next time they come back, of course, that means Grim will be fully ready as they're sieging the high ground. That's going to be a good sign. They only have one lane of racks left. And unfortunately, bigger items are coming out here on Thunder Predator, but the game's surprisingly not over, because with that Ravage coming out, that was looking like a GG Ravage.
Yeah, they were able to hold their high ground, and that's what this lineup... Well, actually, I was going to say that's what this lineup is supposed to do, but that was actually supposed to be Thunder Predator that holds high ground well.
Yeah.
Lava, they can fight, though.
20 more strength now on our OD.
Oh, okay.
Still
okay.
doesn't look like someone who has 20 strength at 2560 HP.
Nah. Well, and I kind of feel like they need every bit of damage that they can to try and blow up this Terrorblade. The int multiplier would be... Oh, no. Another round of this one. No Ravage this time. This could be an okay fight maybe for Lava. Roll through.
Nice.
Misses on it. Kim, gotta get out. Oh, the Gale Force that gets you every time. But manages to kick himself out of there by kicking a Lotus Orb, but doesn't end up mattering. Ends up dying nonetheless.
Well, I think they can comfortably start poking away at Roche here. Keep your supports on the outskirts there.
And meanwhile, their base taking some damage, but they're going to go in and try and contest this. Again, the Hawks.
We need vision. We need Dark Portrait.
Where
need the
are
Soulbind.
the Hawks?
got
Got
a
one for
monkey.
the summon. Kataro goes in. Hawks does a lot of damage. They got the grip afterwards. Kataro, though, lives through it. Okay, Bane dead. Trying to finish off Roche. This is pretty good for them. If they can finish Roche in time, Leostel's got to go in and punch it a couple of times, but the Gale Force forces him out.
Oh, he's stuck.
No, it's so low. All they need is a couple Arcane Orbs. Then Kataro will manage to get the Aegis, tries to do some mischief, but eventually brought down. Saves Eclipse, not going to be enough. OD is dead. Kataro coming back only to die. And with that, 4 dead. Thunder Predator, ready to look for more. Are they going to get one more off the back of it? Yes, indeed, you do. Kim, it's brought down 2.
Well, you were warned of the Tinker, folks. 12, 0, and 7 here from Dark Mago. It's a hero he likes. It's a hero he's good at. And it's a hero that has won them this game. I think, actually, both of these two players, Dark Mago as well as Pakas, on the one of the two, playing quite excellently this game.
Yeah, and I was impressed with Oscar's ability to, like, catch back up after was a bit of a scary start in that lane. Matthew as well. Like they're able to pull it together here, and well, this is going to be maybe one last hurrah, but there's no saying Eclipse. Wukong's command is back up. They got Dark Portrait, but it all feels bad, Trent. It all feels bad. I think you probably have a better chance of winning this game if you don't cast meta again. There's not a scary Dark Portrait.
The ultimate safety play.
Exactly. Well, last set of towers down. A roll in, not able to connect on anybody. Oh, and then the TP away. Pakas hits the throne. GGs are called, and we're going to be heading into a game number 2. Thunder Predator up 1-0.
Not the easiest lineup to execute, I would say, from Thunder Predator. I think in a lot of ways, Lavas can win out by just a simple steamroll situation where you make a couple mistakes from Thunder Predator and you'll be punished very harshly simply because of like the amount of pickoff they have. All it took for a while was just a single Astral and you're dead with very little recourse that's available to you on the side of Thunder Predator. But they stalled out very well. They really they lost that top tower at what, 12 minutes, the tier 2.
Yeah.
They lose their outpost before like 14. And that's a scary moment. And they still found their farm all over the map and put themselves in a strong position for that comeback. And Lava just not able to keep up that momentum that was required to really take this game. I think their focus on, or lack of focus rather, I suppose, on Roche and the mid tier 2 is what was eventually their downfall.
Yeah, always so important to not just get that first win, but then consolidate the win afterwards with the rest of those harder objectives and getting outposts and stuff. But for now, at least, that's going to end the first game. We're going to head into game number 2 in just a few. But first, head on over to the panel, hear what they have to say about that one.
Thank you very much, Lyrical. Yeah, what do you guys have to say about that game? I thought it was, I mean, as Tini, we talked about this before the game, right? And we were like, Thunder Predator looks like a better team. And while Lava gave a fight, to me, it seemed like Thunder Predator was most constantly the better team. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, the games of Thunder, it feels like the other team has a chance till they hit their timings because they're patient enough, they have discipline, and you might think you have some chance, you have control of the game, but they just hit their timings and they just roll at you. So it was 20 minutes mark. They didn't even take the tier 1 tower of Lava, but they were super fine with that. They don't need that tower to farm on course, but they had their items. They had BKB on TB, they had the Agonies. They have a team fight, they wipe you, they get Roche, and then you don't have anywhere to go in the map. So they're so patient to hit their timings. They play it almost to perfection. So great to watch them play.
Would you agree with that statement, Winter, with that analysis?
For me, I think the most critical part of the game was when the tide, I think it was minute 14 or 15, he got an Evis rune. He ravaged it was the OD and the ES. Right, sure, that was kind of unlucky. He got Invis, they died. But after the ravage was on cooldown, they literally did nothing. And they were running around. I felt like they should have just gone Roche with Beastmaster, killed the Roche, and maybe try to get their BKBs, because I think their timing at that point was they already killed the tier 2 top. They killed all the tier 1s mid, top, and bot, and they were doing great, and they let the momentum slip by them. They just tried to, I felt like they got tilted after the Invis tight ravage. The Earth Spirit was kind of like he was trying to urge his team, like Moose was trying to make a move, but it was very late, and then they smoked, they ran up the ramp. The Grim was the one leading the way, so he ran up the smoke bro and they couldn't do anything. But anyway, the ravage was already going to be off cooldown, like it was like 15 seconds, and I felt like they were really discoordinated at that point. They did a really good early game. The first 15 minutes, great. They did well on the lane. They got the towers, but they needed to transition that into the Roche and into BKB timings, because they are fighting against Ravage. They need the BKB timings from the Monkey and the OD. The OD was like so greedy, He went Midas, boost of travel, and he delayed his BKB so much.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned as well, because in the beginning of the game, we were talking like, oh, Tinker has a good matchup against OD in the lane, but OD won that lane pretty hard, and yet we didn't see the impact, as you mentioned, much later due to the items that he went for. I actually love that you mentioned that ramp fight. Do you really think it could have been a tilt? Like, could you actually tell as a Dota player that Moose might have been the one urging him?
Because I felt like the supports, they were waiting in the middle lane, and they were like standing there for like maybe 30 seconds, and nothing was going on. It's like, guys, they use Ravage. What are we doing? Like, and then the guy is like, oh, I want to farm, or whatever. They're just like, it's quite common in games like that a team that doesn't have a captain and somebody is saying something, and everyone else is either not responsive or just like couldn't be bothered. If you don't have a
Wow.
very strong voice like that, like boss, in the team, it's hard to get shit done. And I
Yep.
felt like the supports were kind of like, oh, we they know they need to do something, because they fucking just used Ravage, and they needed to do something, and there was nothing going on, and they were quite frustrated, and they did a smoke that was really late, in my opinion, and they smoked, they went to the triangle, they tried to kill, it was the right idea, they almost caught the TV, but because it was late, and the support was like rushing, and the support wasn't even supposed to be the first one running up, the Grim was the first one running up the ramp, and that was, in my opinion, already something that shouldn't. If they would have coordinated everything well and the support wasn't tilted, he would have let the Beast just walk up first. He needed to start with a Raw.
I love this because I just want to point out to our viewers, I'm very impressed by this because Winter is not someone like he obviously researched the teams, but he doesn't know the inner dynamics of the team. But if actually low about Thunder Predator, to add some context to what he's saying, Thunder Predator has famously, even in an interview, told us they have communication issues, right? Moose is the in-game leader when it comes to these. He's the one that's making most of the calls. Wu usually follows, but he does get tilted by his teammates sometimes, which is exactly what he's describing with the Grimstroke. And then you have Frank and Minos, who are both mutes, as they call them. They don't ever speak. And Leo Style, who has a tendency to kind of, go downhill if things happen bad. So this analysis that you might get from watching the DPC for 2 years, Winter got from a single match from very competitively. So wow, I take my hat off. That was impressive. Great job, Winter. Honestly, top notch. You should post on Reddit. You'd be really good at that.
Normally, when we play supports, we get really tilted.
He knows.
When my call is like, he's just sitting there and then not saying anything, and then I'm looking at him, dude. Say something, dude. we need to do something now. And then as a support, you get so angry, like I can't explain that feeling. You're not like, it's not like you dislike that person, but it's just, why are you not doing anything? You get so frustrated in the game. Then you try to remember at some point in the game, they were, I think it was doing Roshan, the Earth Spirit roll. He was definitely tilted. He just rolled up alone and he killed the ward and he died. I could feel like he's so angry in the game, even though I don't know him. But just by what he's doing in the game, he was so angry. Because what should have happened was, I felt like the monkey, Kataro, his item build was like he went Echo Saber, Maelstrom. At that point, he was so rich. And then he wanted to disassemble his Echo to make BKB. If they only did Roshan and then gave him the Aegis, he had like 1 or 2 minutes more to farm. Everything was chill. He would have gotten BKB and his Maelstrom at a very, very good time, like around 20 minutes. And they would have been able to just easily roll into the Ancients and control the TB. TB cannot farm Ancients, he got nowhere to farm, and then the game would be so hard. Then all you need to do at that point is send your Hawk to scout where he goes and try to hunt him. And yeah, sure, he can push with the illusions, but whatever, you control his Ancients, he's losing a huge portion of his income. I think everything was going so well, at that point, until minute 15. I would be so angry if I'm the support. I played, the Earth Spirit played so well in the early game. He set up so many brilliant kills, maneuvers, and after that, your cores just throw everything down the drain. You're like, you just want to smash the keyboard. I'm serious, like, just so angry. You imagine after the game, you sit there, you want to talk, you don't even want to talk to your cores when the game is over, when that happens. Yeah, because I felt like that was something that's definitely happened many times. If it only happened once or twice before, he wouldn't have gotten so tilted when they were running up the ramp and when he was doing the D-ward like that. He wouldn't have gotten so tilted.
Astini, would you agree? I mean, besides this incredible psychoanalysis we just heard, would you agree with the points on the item builds that Winter is making? Because you talked about the OT being a bit maybe too greedy. Would you say the Monkey King was also along that front? Like they just didn't have enough of the oomph from the early game lead?
Yeah, not only the item build, but what he mentioned, like that they use Ravage and they had that small opening, or not small opening, they have 2 minutes to find something in the map and they go passive. That's when they lose, because they, as you mentioned, you lose your mind with that also. But
talk about losing your mind, though. I did want to ask you as well, because I was watching, when I was watching the game, I thought that last Roche fight that we get, which was kind of a sentence, like what finishes off the game, like 0 chances after that fight. It felt so awkward to me how Lava decided to take that. Like, Kotaro kind of in the pit awkwardly, everyone's surrounding him, but with no plan to escape. He just gets Aegis, but dies 2 times anyway. What can you explain to me the mentality there? What could have happened?
I don't know. I feel sometimes when you are tilted, you never take the best decision. That is like to delay the game, because they are ahead, right? So you need to skip waves. You need to take your items. Have buyback, bait with a buyback, and then you get a 6 against 5 team fight, something like this. But I guess the brains, it works on some way that you get anxious. You are in a situation that you don't like the situation, and you want to get out of it as soon as possible. So
Right.
I think our brain makes us throw games. Like, not throw games, games that are lost, we lose them even faster because we're just like, oh, I want to get out of this. You see a lot of smokes like this. Like, you are in your base and they can't go high ground, but you just smoke out of the base and meet the other team where they have a ward and they control the cliff. That's so common to see. And I feel like this Roche team fight was this desperate, get me out of here. Instead of calling GG, they're just like, okay, let's do this. Screw this. Yeah.
Did you feel that way too, Winter, when you saw that?
It was just like a last hurrah. They needed to try something, and it's just whatever.
Right.
I felt like after that 15-minute
Oh, it
play,
was over?
the 16-minute, the game was literally over. In the head, it's over. It's gone already. Because the two supports, they were out of the game already. They were so angry.
Right.
And after that, they were playing like they were still ahead. I
Right.
mean, I get that mentality because their lineup, you talk about the late game Tinker TB. Nobody wants to deal with that shit late game.
Mhm.
You just want to be able to control the TB and the Tinker. They have a greedy draft. You have a lineup that's not greedy. And I think I want to go back to what you mentioned earlier about the monkey. Or what I actually meant when he went for the Maelstrom Echo was like, and then he was trying to go into the BKB. I felt like whenever you play Cos, you want to try to sync your BKB timing. If one guy is getting a BKB around this mark, you want the other guy to get it around the same time, because when you buy
okay.
BKB, it's not that you want to farm. It's more that you want to go and attack them. You want to go find them and hunt them. So if one guy buys BKB and the other guy buys Battle Fury, everything is so confusing. I mean, I'm just using an example. The other guy actually went Midas, Boost or Trevor. So
Which
I
is
feel
the
like,
same thing,
there's
to be honest.
yeah, it's the same thing. As a huge disconnect between the cores. And from that alone, I could tell that the cores, they are not really talking to each other. If you're talking to each other here, you are saying that, oh, I want to buy this. I want to go. You know, as a carry, usually you're gonna tell your team, because carry has a huge voice after the laning phase and mid game. That carry has a huge say in how he wants to play the game. And
Yeah.
if the carry says, I want to buy BKB, everybody's listening. Oh, my boss wants to buy BKB. Let's go. You know, it's time to go. You're not gonna try to buy Midas when my boss tells me that he's going BKB to fight. You know,
That's
you're
true.
not gonna
That's
piss him
true.
off.
Yeah, that's
So,
been one of the issues. The Minos being, or Kotaro now being a mute, has always been discussed in the team, and most people have talked about Leo as being the real pillar of the team. I agree with that. Like he plays better when he's in a win condition hero. And here on the OT, he kind of tried to play it that way, right? I personally like seeing Leo on heroes that can do both. Like Puck or TA or Quap, like heroes that can scale but also create space, because when you let him, he will go full greedy. And he will carry his carry. And you're like, why do you have two carries in the team? Well, it's just how they've been playing for like 6 months. The draft is up, though. So we're going to go talk about some Dota now.